This is John Watts, and I want to continue our series on the 5 options that you have when you've been sued by a debt buyer. To review those options, you can file bankruptcy, you can fight the case on your own, settle the case on your own, hire a lawyer to fight the case, or hire a lawyer to settle the case. Now, we're going to look at the third option, which is how do you handle a case on your own where you're looking to settle it? So let me give you a few parameters first. First of all, you normally will be able to settle a case for about 50 cents on the dollar. Now they may start off higher than that, but typically once you get done negotiating, they're up here, you're here, eventually that's a good ballpark to consider. Now there are some of these debt buyers that say, oh, no, we want 80 cents on the dollar, 90 cents on the dollar. And, they can always change their mind on what they'll accept. But I'm giving you just as a general rule, that's what you're going to be looking at. Now, if you don't have a lump sum or you choose not to spend the money on a lump sum, then they'll let you pay over time, but you're going to be paying the whole amount over that period of time. So let's say that it's $5,000 you owe. Well, if you pay $200 a month, that's $2,400 a year. So that's about $5,000 in 24 months. You'd add an extra month on there. And so sometimes the amount that you pay per month, it may go up or it may go down. Sometimes it's $500 a month, sometimes it's $50 a month. Just depends on the circumstances. But understand that generally if you pay over time, they're going to want you to pay the entire amount. All right, so that's kind of what the settlement is. Now, what are the advantages and disadvantages? Well, first advantage is you don't have to pay a lawyer. So there's no lawyer fee involved. I'm talking about a lawyer to represent you because you're going to do it on your own. Second advantage is once you pay it, you're done. You don't have to rely on what the judge is going to do, what your lawyer's going to do, how you're going to testify, how somebody else is going to testify. You pay the money and you're done. So that's an advantage. Well, what are the disadvantages? Well, obviously you got to pay them money, and a pretty significant amount of money. Another disadvantage is normally they will not remove the collection account from your credit report. Now I'll say this, if you owed $5,000 and let's say you settled it for $2,500, $3,000. Once you pay that, then your credit report needs to say 0 because you don't owe anymore. You settled it with them. So make sure that they are properly reporting that, but they normally will not delete that off your credit report if you do not have a lawyer. Now another disadvantage is they may issue a 1099 if you don't pay what they claim is the full amount. So go back to our example, $5,000. Let's say you pay $2,000. Well, that leaves $3,000, and they normally will issue a 1099 the following January for $3,000. And the concept being, well, you borrowed this money from somebody and you didn't pay taxes on it when you borrowed it. So if you are forgiven that debt and don't have to pay it, well, then you got to pay taxes on it. It's like income to you. Now, we're not doing this as a tax video, but there are some sort of strategies around that or to deal with that, particularly when it's disputed debt. And there are also some things that your tax preparer or your CPA can help you with. But those are some of the disadvantages. And I guess I'll put this under disadvantages. Just making sure that you have the agreement very clear and that it's in writing. We have clients that contact us and say, hey, we made a deal over the phone and I paid the money, and then they went and got a default judgment against me. Now, whenever that's happened, we've sued the debt collector for doing that, and I'll just put it to you this way. It's always been more money than what our client paid, okay, as far as what the debt collector has to pay back, usually many multiples of that. But you don't want to put yourself in that situation. Don't allow yourself to be damaged by some abusive debt collector. Okay, so get it in writing. Tell the lawyer, I want the deal in writing. Okay, it's very clear. I pay you this much, and then the case is dismissed with prejudice, and I don't owe any more money, and we are done. and just make it very clear so that whatever the terms are that you agree on, that those terms are in there. So again, by way of review, 5 options. You can file bankruptcy, fight it on your own, settle it on your own, hire a lawyer to fight it, hire a lawyer to settle it. So there are 2 previous videos to this that cover those first 2 options, and then this is the 3rd option, and then you should be able to find the next 2 options, which is, okay, if I want to hire a lawyer, let's say I don't want to do it myself, and I want to hire a lawyer, what's involved hiring a lawyer to fight it, hiring a lawyer to settle it, the advantages, disadvantages, what's the situation here. So hope that this has been helpful to you. Feel free to give us a call if you live in Alabama or you've been sued in Alabama, 205-879-2447, or you can go to alabamaconsumer.com. We have an entire section on sued by a debt collector and all sorts of articles and videos. And you can also contact us through that website, and we'll be glad to get back with you and either meet with you in person or over the phone. So again, thanks for watching this, and hope you have a great day.